One resource to improve instructional practice and enhance student learning is the online student response system called Kahoot. To locate Kahoot, one would open an internet browser, in my case Safari, and search Kahoot, getkahoot.com. So let's go there. Kahoot is a game-based classroom student response website that encourages student engagement and motivation with competition, music, and its fast-paced action. Students compete for points based on response time and correct answers. Student responses can be downloaded for assessment purposes. The required technology includes a classroom computer and projector for the instructor, such as a smartboard, and any device with a web browser for each student, such as a smartphone or an iPad. In order to sign up, you would click this button here, and then you would select the appropriate tab. So as teachers, you can sign in here. You can sign in with a Google account or with an email. Since I already have an account, I'm going to click here. So I haven't created any Kahoots yet, so I'm going to go to here and make my first quiz. So you could create a new Kahoot as far as a quiz, something called a jumble, which is a game, a discussion, or a survey. For this instance, I'm going to create a quiz. So say I was an Algebra 1 Common Core teacher and I wanted to meet the Common Core standard HSA-SSE-A.1A, which is interpret parts of an expression such as terms, factors, and coefficients. I would focus on various factoring methods. So to create a title, I would make it factoring. To create a cover image, so when the students log in, they would see this image. I would drag it from my desktop. You can include a description so that when the students are searching for it, it pops up. So I could do factoring methods, which is GCF, or dots, or trinomial, or we'll leave it as that. And then you can write who it's visible to, so I'll keep it as everyone, but your options are only me or everyone. The language, you can pick from various languages, I'll keep it as English. And then your audience, I'm going to select school. You can also type in credit resources, and this is adding memes, links, or textbook references there. And intro video is to play video on the intro screen as players join your Kahoot. So I will click OK, go. This is what comes up. So now it's time to add a question. I already listed questions here, so I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste them. You can also have a time limit. Since it's math and it takes them a little bit of time to compute, I'm going to give them 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes, but I could always click once everyone's done if the time is not yet expired. So right now there are 4 answer choices. 2 are required. You don't have to use all 4. I'm going to put in all of these. So it's easier, as you can see, if the sheet is already made up, especially for math with the symbols and everything. And then you can just copy and paste it right into this website. You obviously want to pick which one is the correct answer. So you would click this button here and it would show up green. You can add an image, you can upload an image, and you can either also add video, which is great to meet all different types of learners. So this is what it looks like, and then you could add the next question. For right now, I'm just going to leave it as one question and save it. So right now I'm going to preview it to show you guys what it looks like as far as from the student's point of view and what they'll see on the board. So if everyone has a device, you would click here, player versus player, or if there's not enough devices and some people are sharing, you can click also team mode. So for this instance, I will just click classic. It'll show this on the smart board or projector, and then the students will see this on their phones once they go to Kahoot.it. So they will have to put in a game pin, which will again show on the smart board. So once they put in the pin there, they will click enter, and then they will click in a nickname. So I'll just write my name there. Okay, go. So then as you can see, the names will start appearing here for everyone who's joined the class. So once everyone joined the class, you can then click start. It takes a little bit to load. Question 1 of 1 comes up, so they can see the question, and now they have the amount of time to, factor this and come up with their correct solution. So, if they wanted to answer this one, they would click this button. If they wanted to answer with this one, they would click that button, and so on. If they wanted to skip this question, we would click the skip button. So right now I'm going to click, wrong one. This one. This is what will appear on their phone or whatever device they're using, and then this will appear on the smart board or screen. So this shows how many people answered this question, or this answer rather, how many people answered with this answer, and then so on. So the teacher can really check for understanding. As far as the points go, it'll give you points. Most you can get is 1,000, and it bases it off how much time it takes for you to respond and if you get the answer correct or not. So this is very competitive, and it'll tell you what place you're in on your phone, and it'll say, obviously if there are more users, I believe the top 5 places on the smart board. So it gets really competitive, and it's more of a game-based learning, which is great, especially for math, because it's hard to get the students motivated. So we can go to get results. So once the game is over, this will appear on their screen. So how do you rate this Kahoot? So the students can rate it. They can say if they learned something or not, if they recommend it, and then how they feel at the end of this quiz or Kahoot. So after each Kahoot, that will come up, which is great because then, students could search for Kahoots that have worked well for certain students. And then it'll give you your final score. The teacher could save results, play again, create a new game, show feedback, and it'll show you everything here as far as how they rated it. They can save the results, they can save it to the Google Drive or a direct download, which is pretty neat. So as far as a variety of assessment techniques, the teacher can use it for a formative assessment, so an actual quiz in the classroom. They can use it as test review, to get the students a little bit more involved and motivated. They can use it to increase student engagement. So if there's a topic that seems pretty boring and the students aren't really getting involved, they could use this website to get them a little bit more motivated and excited to learn about that topic. And they can also challenge students to make their own Kahoot. As far as meeting the ISTE standards for students, it meets 1C, which I will go over here. Since students use the Kahoot technology to seek feedback that informs and improves their practice and to demonstrate their learning in a variety of different ways, it meets the standard 2B. Since students engage in positive, safe, legal, and ethical behavior when using Kahoot technology, including social interactions online and when using their network devices to post responses. And it meets, let's see, down here, 6C, when students are creating their own Kahoots, they meet standard 6C, which is when students communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively by creating or using a variety of digital objects such as visualizations, models, or simulations. Definitely meets the ISCE standards for students. As far as meeting the needs for diverse learners, educators can add text, pictures, and/or videos to help reach students with different learning styles. Educators have the ability to customize and personalize the learning activities to address students' diverse learning styles, working strategies, and abilities using digital tools and resources. There are many advantages to using Kahoot in the classroom that benefit both the teacher and the student. For instance, student engagement with this game is high. The students enjoy playing this game because it is fast-paced, visual, and energetic. When games such as Kahoot are used in the classroom, students have the opportunity to learn while having fun. Students feel encouraged to excel because they are playing a game, not simply taking a pen and paper quiz. Because of this, teachers can see if students truly understand the material that was covered through the use of both Kahoot, quizzes, and surveys. It is a way to see student understanding of the material. Kahoot gives teachers the ability to track student performance of the game to make adjustments in teaching or reteaching in some instances. For example, if a teacher notices that a majority of the class or a significant amount selected a specific incorrect response, they can immediately address the issue and ensure that students have the opportunity to review. Another advantage to using Kahoot is that teachers can easily use either Kahoots that have been made by others for public use or create their own Kahoots. The ease of this website can allow teachers of all technology skill levels to use the website with their students. Because of this, teachers can integrate this technology in all subject areas from reading and math to life lessons such as bullying and digital citizenship. Teachers could even use this technology with other teachers during professional development or meetings. Another advantage is that students can create their own surveys and quizzes to show understanding of the subject matter. Teachers can use this tool as an assessment for student learning by looking at the type of questions the students created, as well as what answer choices were created and visual representations were associated with the different questions. As far as collecting, analyzing, and interpreting results to improve student learning, a great feature of Kahoot is that it saves results for each quiz that is played. When players join a quiz, they are required to enter a nickname to be identified by. This nickname is listed in the quiz result along with the answer each player chose and whether they were right or wrong. The recorded scores are saved to the presenter's Kahoot profile where they can be downloaded and saved for the teacher's personal records. This makes grading through Kahoot a breeze. Overall, Kahoot is a great gaming response system that has a variety of uses for teachers in the classroom because it is user-friendly and open-ended. Teachers can find a use that is appropriate for their classroom and students.